What's up, our Nation Cowboy headquarters and America's team? And here we are. What's up Wednesday with your guy G, the number one Cowboy fan and Cowboys champ. Give it up. All right, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, everybody's coming in a little slow tonight, but they'll be here. They're coming in. We got PR Cowboy in the background as well. So we have got some folks coming in, you know. But we are back on Wednesday. Last week, Cowboys champ, I was trying to do this thing, man, but my grandson had his first T-ball.
Well, you know, family come first, man. Family always come first.
Boy, I'm going to tell you something. It's something about T-ball. T-ball, I think they draw the biggest crowd. The parents out there, man, and then you got these kids just running all over the place. You got kids crying. You got some participate, some playing in the dirt, some, oh, brother, like I told my son, I say, listen, it's all about allowing them to have fun. So, so it was all about fun, but I think we won 59-0.
Wow.
I'm just kidding, brother. There's no scoreboard and nothing like that, man, but it was fun, man, just to see them kids out there running around and everything, man. So how you doing, Cowboys champ? How's everything, brother?
Can't complain, man.
Okay.
Just like everybody, trying to stay afloat.
Exactly. Trying to stay afloat. I got you. That's where we are, right? I think we all just trying to stay afloat, man, and get through the weekend. Right now we at hump day. We are at hump day, 2 more days, and we got the weekend, baby. So I'm looking forward to it, man. So before we get started, I got to say big shout out to everybody that is a part of this Cowboy Huddle podcast, all the subscribers and all the followers, and everybody that's in this huddle. Give it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, before we get started, I got to always give a big shout out to my fire starter. Patrick Ryder's in the house. He said, what's up, Cowboy Nation? Give it up for Patrick Ryder. Yeah, man. Patrick Ryder is a long-time fan and also a long-time supporter of the Cowboy podcast. So we give it up for Patrick Ryder. I call him my fire starter. He knows how to start the fire. And before we even go any further, I got to do this one. Now, I always do it the one way, through the rock and roll, through the rock side, but I'm going to do it this way. Watch this. Roxanne. Man. Roxanne. All right. Roxanne. Miss Roxanne is in the house. She has become a faithful subscriber and supporter as well. We thank her as well. Thank you, Roxanne, for hanging out with us again. So as we get ready to dive into some of this Dallas Cowboy talk. So man, listen, I got some more folks coming in, but let's get into some injury reports while we are here, man, and until everybody else gets here, okay, if that's okay with you, fam. And
yeah, go ahead.
So let's see here. We got. Oh no, before I do that, I cannot. I got to do this here first, folks. So we got to say thank you to D.D. Lewis. And if no one knows, former Cowboys linebacker D.D. Lewis died Tuesday. His alma mater, Mississippi State.
Wow.
Yeah, Lewis was 79 years old. Lewis played in 5 Super Bowls, won 2 Super Bowl rings, and played in the most playoff games in team history. He saw action in 27 postseason games, including the 1975 championship game against the Rams when he made 2 interceptions. It also says Lewis might be the most remembered for his quote about Texas Stadium, telling reporters that Texas Stadium has a hole in its roof so God could watch his favorite team play. Yeah, also Cowboys.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, it says Cowboy made Lewis a 6th-round draft pick in 1968, and he played his rookie season before serving a military commitment. Lewis returned in 1970 and backed up Chuck Howley until Howley retired in 73. Lewis' final season was in 1981. He played 186 games, started 134 and total 8 interceptions and 15 and a half sacks. We have to give a big shout out to D.D. Lewis and his family so we're saying our condolences. We send our condolences from the Cowboy Huddle podcast. So thank you, Mr. D.D. Lewis. Yeah, man. So
man, going back to my childhood now.
Yeah, come on, man. Now you and I, we remember D.D. Lewis. Come on now.
Yeah.
You know that.
D.D. Lewis, Bob Bruni, Hollywood Henderson.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So that's what before we get started, we got our guy, Football Junkies in the house. Give it up for Football Junkie. So we just announced, man, Didi Lewis just passed away, man, at the age of 79, man. And I was going to say, football junkie, this is when the Cowboys was built off of grit.
Oh yeah.
Grit. So, I think right now we're in glitz and glamour right now. But back then, the Didi Lewis and Bob Bruning and all those guys, Harvey Martin, Too Tall, Ed Jones, and Roger Staubach, and man, the list goes on and on. Way back in the day, man, when we had Dandy Don, Meredith, and all those
Tuesday
guys.
defense.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's been told that Didi Lewis has passed away at the age of 79, man. So well, we just gave our thoughts and everything. How you doing, brother?
Oh, pretty good, man.
Okay,
Pretty
well,
good.
we just now diving into it, man. So again, we just have to give our big shout outs and give our condolences to the Lewis family. And we want to say thank you to Didi Lewis for his service with the Dallas Cowboys, man. Give it up one more time. So yeah, dude. So we got an injury list going on here. I don't know if you guys heard, but we got an injury list. Where's my injury list right here? So the injury list, as it stands right now, we all know about Deron Bland. He has a foot injury. I said, guys, Deron Bland must have some old man feet, because boy, I tell you, somebody give him some Dr. Scholl's or something. Cause this dude shoes hurt his feet or something, brother. So I don't know, but. He's out. He did not participate. We got Trayvon Diggs. He had an illness on Wednesday and did not participate. Kavontae Turpin, he has not a neck injury, but he got a hard hit to the neck in last week's game. Said he's okay, but he's walking around with a neck brace on, and man, the clubhouse is giving him the blues. They giving him a hard time. And then we have Tyler Guyton with the shoulder injury, so he was limited on Wednesday. So. That is what's going on with our Cowboys. But man, when I look down here at this Chicago Bears, dude, I mean, they got a plethora of players that's out. Kyler Gordon, hamstring, TJ Edwards, hamstring, Grady Jarrett, knee. I'm not sure if these guys are starters or not, but it's a long list. Jalen Johnson, growing, Jalen Jones, knee, Kyron, Amaji G, elbow, DeMarco Jackson, hamstring. What the crap is going on over there? So yeah, that's where we are. That's our injury report. Have you heard about anything about these injuries? Football junkie and Cowboy champ.
Uh, yeah, to a degree. Also, saying Cooper Beebe, he's out for an extended period of time.
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks. That's right. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurt.
That right there hurts.
Yeah, that hurt.
That hurts bad.
The guy that they brought in, he's supposed to be some good.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. So right now, what we have Brock Hoffman, and I was wondering about this Cowboy champ, because I was like, once we brought in Tyler Brooks, I was like, okay, man, so where is this guy? Brock Hoffman's going to fit in, because he's actually moved into that right guard position. So I was like, well, Brock Hoffman. But the thing about that is, Brock Hoffman has experience at the center position, so this kind of worked out in our favor. So what do you think about Brock Hoffman, Cowboys champ?
Remember, originally when he first came to the Cowboys, he was going to be the starter until they drafted BB and they made him to a center. So, but then before they drafted Guyton, I think their intention was to play Hoffman at guard. But
yeah,
but everything worked out. He was a backup, so now it's your time to shine.
Yeah, I believe so, man. And we're going to get into all that, what we brought in as well. We got to say happy birthday to Miss Roxanne. All right, give it up for Miss Roxanne and her birthday as she celebrate age 21.
Roxanne, you can blow out the birthday candlelight.
Hey.
Roxanne, you can blow out the birthday candlelight.
Okay,
Happy
listen.
birthday to you.
Okay, football junkie, don't quit your day job. Oh, so hey, so let's get on into this. We got everybody in the house, and I see a lot of questions out here. Got a lot of comments that go. I got what Lord Nova 85 holding it down in the PA up there in Philadelphia. You know, we almost pulled that thing off. He said, "What's up, G in the Cowboy Nation? Give it up for Lord Nova." Yeah, man. And he also mentioned that, BB was a guard in college. And the thing about it, BB been holding it down, man. I mean, to move
Yeah.
from guard to center for 2 years. And I was a
Hmm.
little worried about that when we knew we had Tyler Guyton coming in, moving from right tackle to left tackle. So, I don't know, Cowboy champ, that was a little scary for a minute. What you think?
Man, okay. I was wrong about BB.
Yeah.
Originally, I said play him at guard
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
play Guyton at right tackle. But I was wrong about BB, but Guyton, not wrong about that.
Well, now wait a minute, now, because what just been said is who was that? Patrick Ryder said, basically he said Tyler Guyton's been playing nasty. What we thought was a good move, a good block that he made, but they're saying that he's getting fined for that slap against the head. Again, we'd have went from grit to glitz and glamour.
Yep.
And before we go any farther, we got to give it up to our guy. Cowboys Corner is in the house. What's up, Cowboys Corner?
What's going on, you guys?
How you
What's
doing,
up,
brother? You
Corner?
doing all right?
What's up? What's
All
up,
right.
man? How you doing?
Good. I've been letting my daughter use my laptop to practice typing. Her dirty little greasy fingers all over. Got everything all discombobulated. I gotta clean this thing after this show.
Yeah, we just mentioned a few minutes ago, man. I don't know if you was aware of it, but Dee Dee Lewis has passed away at the age of 79. I wasn't for sure if you knew about that or not. But yeah,
Dee Dee Lewis, huh?
yeah, Dee Dee Lewis, man, has served us well and has moved on. So we just send out our condolences. But again, we're gonna get right into what we got going on here, guys. Let's talk
Two-time
about
Super Bowl champion, Dee Dee Lewis.
Hi.
Two-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, 5-time appearance. How about that? Give it up.
Yeah.
The good old days. Oh, jeez, Louise. But so here we are, man. We got a situation here. So we're talking about the Marvion Overshown return, and they're still making some news about him returning back to the lineup. So basically, it's been reported that the third-year linebacker, the Marvion Overshown, won't be able to help in regards soon, but it's a possibility that he might be able to make the last 6 games and any postseason games after that. So let's give it up for the Marvion. It look like they continue to push him to get on this field, but at the same time, how you feel about that football junkie about DeMarvion's Overshown's return, and they're saying it might be a little sooner than later.
Yeah, they had put the forecast out there. About a month ago, back during preseason, a little over a month ago, that he could possibly have an early return to the playing field, but at the same time, being that he has had these back-to-back injuries and whatnot, let's not move him too fast.
Right. So what do you think about it? There's PR Cowboy. Give it up for PR Cowboys. Look at that. They got that lounging chair back there behind. Give it up.
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Yeah, everything is everything. How about that? So, the question is, they're talking about DeMarvion Overshown returning. They said he could probably return with 6 regular season games still on the table, and any possible post games after that. So, the question is, and what I did, I labeled this show as, is DeMarvion Overshown the missing piece for this hurting defense? And we'll start with you, PR Cowboy.
Uh, y- yes and no. I mean, he adds, he can he has instinct, and he's one of those guys that can put pressure on the quarterback. They like to send him also to go after him out from the linebacker position if they blitz. Uh, but man, they still, even when you get him back, you got to get the back end communicating, right? I felt like this past Sunday it was just a lot of like looking back, like, hey, I thought you were back here. Hey, I thought you know. So I felt like the back end needs to be more communicated. But not the Martin Overshown is going to be a big help when he does get back. Uh, what they're thinking maybe before Thanksgiving is what I'm last heard, but yes, it will be a very big help once he does return.
Right, right. Cowboys corner. What do you think is the Marvin Overshown the missing piece to this defense? Because we all know that this defense has struggled in this last game, but by his presence on the field, will this change the game for the Cowboys, or what do you think about that?
Yeah, the last 6 games, if that's an accurate report, puts them back at Thanksgiving against the Chiefs. And then another side note, and I'll answer your question. PR Cowboy and I went live on TikTok before the game and had a hell of a show.
Okay,
Great show, PR Cowboy. Yes, sir.
And we both hit. We're like Cowboys corner said. George Pickens want to show out. He came up big in the fourth quarter overtime, and I said Javonte Williams should have a good game, and they sure did both have a good game.
Yes, sir. That's how we do things. So great work, PR, but and everybody on the panel. But Overshown, dude, it all depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Because he's a sideline to sideline guy. He's an A-gap blitzer. So are you looking at him? What are you looking? Because if you're looking for Overshown to stop the pass, which is we're 30th in defense, Overshown ain't that type of guy. If you're looking for Overshown to get more sacks, if you're looking for Overshown to go sideline to sideline, then you could change that aspect of it. But if Trayvon Diggs doesn't find his legs here soon, he's going to be digging his grave on finding a new team next year.
Well, you know what? I don't know. And that's a great analogy because what is it that we're looking from Overshown? Cowboys champ, what do you think?
Like, I'm about to piggyback what Corner said. What role would he play? Will he be like a sideline, or would he move in different spots to go after the quarterback and the ball player? Which leads me up to this. We know we complain about the defense with the lack of coverage and the talent on the defensive line. With that said, do y'all put the blame on the lack of talent or Eberflus not given the right defensive plays?
Football junkie, you want to answer that one? I mean, that is a good question. Is it the players? Or is it the scheme of Eberflus?
Eberflus' scheme. He already knows. He already knows what his attrition is. He knows what his attrition is walking in the door. It's Eberflus' scheme. He's not scheming to the ability of his skill set of his players. I mean, if I'm going the front door and I need somebody at the back door, you know what's gonna happen. All hell gonna break loose in that back door. So if front door isn't guarded properly, and I'm running back and forth from the front to the back, there's no balance, no symmetry, no chemistry, none whatsoever. That's the whole problem to the secondary right there. These dudes are comfortable. You got a lot of seasoned players that's with the Cowboys secondary, and they're used to playing a certain type of way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we saw what we saw Sunday, because these dudes, they play loose ball. And what I mean by loose ball, they like to bake the quarterback in to certain type of situations so they can jump the ball. That's why we were so crazy about these guys 3-4 years ago for how they played in the secondary. But the key to those guys, the way they was playing in the secondary, the defensive front was a lot more better than what it is right now. So if they get that defensive front situation tackled down, where they're able to do what they need to do schematically, that secondary won't be left naked like it was against the New York Giants. And then when it comes to Overshown, Overshown's a rangy dude. He can cover the tight end. He can almost cover a slot. Cover running backs out the backfield. That was the Raven review about him coming out of UT. How his cover skills is. Not only that, because he's able to run sideline to sideline. When you have a guy that can run sideline to sideline, 9 times out of 10, that dude can cover just about anything almost coming out that backfield to tight end.
So true. What you got, Cowboys Corner?
Dude, I've been on YouTube since 2012, and I've never heard anybody use a trap house analogy. That was
a
the
good
first
one. Give
time.
it up. Hey, if you're from the hood, you know how the hood works.
My God, he said, buddy's going at the back door, and we at the front door. All hell breaks off at the back door. I ain't never heard that in my life. I love it. That's good shit.
All hell's gonna break through if you got the back door covered and the front door covered. Come on now. PR Cowboy, what is your thoughts on that? On this the scheme or the player situation?
Yeah, I'm putting a lot on Eberflus because you go to game one where it was just right. Nothing from AJ Brown, nothing from Devontae Smith, and you did not adjust to Jalen Hurts just running all over to you, right? And then you go to game two, it's just deep pass after deep pass after deep pass. It almost looked like the Packers playoff game when they played zone and just everything just open right there. So no adjustments made there, right? And like I said, there's just a lot of like players just looking at each other like, man, I thought you were in that area. I thought, you know what I'm saying? So right. I feel there's a lot like Eberflus on making. We always talk about making the adjustments, right? Like, and I just feel like as the games have first two games, he hasn't made the adjustments to what things are killing them on defense. On that point, when we're getting beat deep, I wouldn't mind sending them extra guy because it seems like a couple of times when they did send an extra guy on a blitz, they were getting home and they're at least putting pressure on Russ, right? So I think to me with Eberflus is just, can we see those adjustments as we go? This is not working. Can you adjust to something else in game?
Mm-hmm. So Cowboys Corner, we gave up 450 yards. 450 yards to Russell Wilson. Made him look like he was on his way to the Super Bowl. So what was the problem? Again, with the struggling defense, how was the Giants able to get off 450 yards? And what was the problem at the time to give up so much to the Giants? What was that?
No, you look at the defense that Eberflus ran. It was the Tampa 2 defense, and how you could tell that it's a Tampa 2 defense is Jack Sanborn is carrying a tight end up the middle. And when you look at Diggs and when you look at Donovan Wilson, you had Deron Bland out, you had Reddy Stewart in there, who was I thought played well. Now he did have some errors and communication errors with Donovan Wilson and his assignment. You know, coming off the waiver wire, being on the team just a couple of weeks, you're going to have that with Reddy Stewart coming from Chicago. But that Eberflus didn't adjust his Tampa 2 defense. He should have went to a regular cover 2 and let the linebackers do what they do. He stuck to a lot of man and Tampa 2, which you're setting up Trayvon Diggs for failure, right? Coming off a knee injury, 2 years in a row, missed all the training camp on PUP, and you feed him to the wolves essentially, right? You feed Reddy Stewart to the wolves. You feed your linebackers to the wolves. And what I'm finding out is Kenneth Murray Jr., they call him K9. He's not a very good coverage linebacker. And when I went back and watched him with the Chargers, when I went back and watched him with the Titans, that's carrying over to the Cowboys. And Matt Eberflus needs to start playing these players in these. Dan Quinn called it. I'm going to play you how you're comfortable, right? Dan Quinn chose player over scheme. Matt Eberflus is choosing scheme over player. Dante Fowler is not being used the correct way. Look at him in a Dan Quinn situation. Now look at him in a Matt Eberflus situation. You hear crickets, right? Matt Eberflus needs to understand that some of these players can't do what he's asking them to do, and he needs to be a player scheme and not a full scheme, because this defense will be like Mike Nolan's defense.
It will. Give it up.
Yep.
I totally agree.
I agree with you on that, man.
And you know what? It seems like we traded the run for the pass. Now we're keeping the running backs under 100 yards, but damn, dude, we're giving up a lot of yards in the air. So,
There's only one guy to credit that to, and his name is Kenneth Clark. If Kenny Clark was not here, this would be worse than Mike Nolan's defense.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Why it seems like we traded one for the other. So we're able to stop this run now because we're not. Now, personally, we're not getting any pressure on the quarterback. Well, we didn't get a lot of pressure on Russell Wilson. He had a lot of time. That's the only reason you're going to be able to throw 450 yards. But this can be a problem. As far as if you're not getting pressure on the edge or even up the middle. But I think we're doing good at stopping the run. But as far as this pass rushing, and this is where Overshown could probably be beneficial when we bringing him in because of those outside runs, because we're giving up a lot on these outside runs as well. So we know he covers really well from sideline to sideline. So Cowboys champ, what is going on with this struggling defense? What, in your opinion?
Well, it's a scheme. It is. It's bottom line. It's a scheme because majority of the players played under a Dan Quinn scheme. And if our general manager was smart, he would have hired a defense coordinator that ran a similar scheme to what Dan Quinn has. Because on the Everflus, the type of scheme he wanted to run, it's going to take at least 3 years of drafting and bringing in free agents to bring the type of players for that. And but the fact that it seems like he's being stubborn, not changing it.
Well, I don't know, Cowboys champ, because I just think we got to get the two to work together. I mean, the run game is actually working. We just cannot allow this quarterback. And like I say, what we saw with Jalen Hurts, we had no spy on him, so he was able to gash. And then we come back with Russell Wilson, he gashed for 450 yards. So I think we just have to get the two together. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. What do you think, football junkie?
What I'm thinking, man, basically, I agree. I agree with you to an extent, but at this point of these guys, at the height of these guys' careers and stuff and whatnot, man, these dudes done played high school, college, and now they're playing pro football. Some of these guys are coming from different teams to the Cowboys. And you got guys that come from colleges and then had multiple defensive coordinators and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's about coaching these guys up, man. It's about coaching these guys up and preparing these guys for their opponent. That's what it is at the end of the day. These dudes are professionals. I'm not going to make no excuses for them. I'm not supposed to make no excuses for them. I'm going to shut the door in their face. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Everflus needs to do, is shut the door in their face. If you either gonna play and play it how it's supposed to be played, or you can find that pond.
Right.
That's real talk. These guys got to be coached up, and then if he's got to hold these coordinators accountable too for their jobs of making sure these dudes are coached up. It's a twofold situation. Coaches and players work hand in hand to make a plan work. They got to do it together to make a plan work. So saying that, that they need to get, this is not college. This is not a college program. We can't wait no 3 years down the road to get the right player for a scheme. It's right now. These dudes are players or pros and stuff like that. That's why they cut the ones. You got the pros and the Joes. Joes ain't on the team no more. You know what I'm saying? It's the pros and the Joes. Joes are washing cars and doing what they fulfilling their after football career dreams right now. No, I'm not supposed to give them no excuse on that part, bro. These dudes are professionals, man. They got a job to do. They need to do their job and fulfill their positions and stuff like that. Yeah, Eberflus, he coming over here with that Chicago mess though.
Yeah.
He coming over here with that Chicago
LD.
mess.
So, are you pro scheme? Are you pro fit the players in the best scheme?
You spent all this time in OTA, training camp, all these practices and stuff like that. You're not sitting back and what all you got to do as a coach is come up with a scheme and study your players. That's what you do. Come up with a scheme, study your players, come up with a design attack for your opponent. When you know what you have as player personnel, you know what to put together on that field that's gonna work cohesively for your scheme. All right. Scheme and players, they can deviate and work together, but if you just mesh the right pieces together in a scheme, but from what you have, you cook with some butter, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
are you okay with Eberflus putting Trayvon Diggs one-on-one with Malik Neighbors?
Trayvon Diggs been one-on-one with everybody his whole career since he's a rookie.
But
Right
coming off
now,
two
right
knee
now,
injuries.
okay. So a lot of them doesn't blow it out knees and stuff like that. We're gonna have to see if he can do it.
So
But
but see, here's the deal though. My question is here, Cowboy Corner and Football Junkie, they wasn't playing, they was playing off of these guys.
they was
These
playing off
guys
of
were,
him.
they wasn't playing, they wasn't pressing on the front line. They wasn't pressing on line. He had them drop back damn near 10 yards. So
That
I
was
don't know if you call
later,
that
though. That was
man.
later because Trayvon Diggs was mirroring Neighbors up until like middle of the second quarter, and then they pulled them away. And then he was on Wandale Robinson and these other guys, right? But my whole thing is if you know that he's coming off those injuries,
Mhm.
why would you put him in that situation? Why not go Dan Quinn cover 3? That is where Trayvon Diggs and Reddy Stewart and Kier Elam, which he was just a preseason hero. He's not a regular season guy.
Who
He's
they
a
Elam?
preseason hero. Yeah, Elam, Kier Elam, the Bears, the Bills trade, right? So if I'm looking at I got Reddy Stewart, I got Trayvon Diggs who missed all. I mean, he just got off pup 3 weeks ago for crying out loud, and then I
Yeah.
got Kier Elam. Why in the hell would I run a Tampa 2 against these guys? Put me in a cover 3. That's what will work. That will help Dante Fowler. That will help Donovan Ezeraku, who's on a milk carton, right? Play cover 3. That is the best situation for these players right now. And that's what I'm saying. Pick player over scheme. Put them in the right situation. I'm nobody. I'm just
Right.
me, right? I'm Michael, right? But I understand that this team needs cover 3, not Tampa 2.
Well, yeah, well, we might see it this week. I mean, because what we saw 450 yards, that's just not going to get it, PR Cowboy. I mean,
If Colorful Nails throw 400 on us, Matt Eberflus needs to be fired.
well, I don't even know if he's going to throw 450, but I guarantee you, if we're not careful, he might run for 100 and something.
Yeah.
It's
Caleb
possible.
will run.
Yeah,
So
Caleb will run.
But
we
get beat by Colorful Nails, man. It's done. Right?
But
Done.
the thing about it is he has to make those adjustments in the game, right? Like, fine, if you want to go with this game plan, this is what you're going to do, but it's just killing you. Like you said, Cowboys Corner, hey, this is our backup plan. Or going into halftime, we're going to switch to this right here, and this is what we're going to run, and see if you can do something different that you can try to slow down. He did nothing different. Now, after all said and done, yes, the Giants' penalties helped us win this game as well. But I'm still going to give a little bit of love to the defense because they held them to a little bit, just a little bit. just because they held 2 field goals when they needed to. Like I said, a lot of help from Giants for penalties and backing themselves up. But they held, right? After the Dak interception, they get turnover and down. And then when the play needed to be played overtime, they got pressure on Russell, forced him into just a turbo throw, got the interception. So you got to give him that. But Eberflus has to make adjustments in game. If something's not working, he needs to change it up and not be stubborn.
Yeah, that's real. That's real talk because what's the point of? I mean, You got the guy up in the booth, up in the box, looking at everything that's working with you and seeing everything. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. Because all it's gonna do is get worse. And
So
that's what happened.
so
There's
when we
only
say stop, go ahead, Cabo Corner.
PR Cowboy, man, that's crazy as hell. If I get into a fight and I get two black eyes and a bloody nose and some elbow scrapes, and all I did was give him a little wussy scratch, PR Cowboy's gonna say, "Hey, you scratched the dog.
Hey,
Great work."
hey, I'm just saying you did just enough for you to win. Like, yes, the offense had to come
Man,
back and
they
do everything.
didn't do
You
nothing.
did just
Dak
enough.
Prescott won that game
He
No,
Sunday.
balled
I
out,
agree.
man.
I agree.
Dak
But
balled out.
if they allow touchdowns early in the game, it's a lot harder.
No, they didn't allow touchdowns. The Giants didn't allow
Yeah,
touchdowns.
well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the
Hey,
difference.
so everybody hold tight, man. We're gonna do a channel identification real quick. So hold
He
tight
has to go
just for a
pee.
second.
Welcome to the
pee.
Cowboys Huddle Podcast, your go-to spot for all things Dallas Cowboys. Whether it's breaking news, game day updates, insider rumors, or honest fan takes, we've got you covered. We're diving deep into the star every week, bringing you the latest and the loudest from Cowboys Nation. So hit that subscribe button, buckle up, and let's ride with America's team.
That was a fast
All right.
pee.
What you got, Cowboy Corner?
I said, man, you peed really fast.
No, that was not what that was. Stop it. No, we got to give in. But again, we want to say a big shout out to all the followers and all the subscribers to the Cowboy Huddle podcast. Again, without you guys, this is definitely not possible. And here we are on What's Up Wednesday, talking about the Cowboys. We're doing a recap. We're going to get ready to go into this preview of the upcoming game. So with that being said, let's get into the next one, and which we have, so Cowboys signed a veteran. Oh yeah, we got a veteran. So we all know that Big Cooper Beebe is going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. That's as it's been reported. That's a long time with a high ankle sprain. So we do have Brock Hoffman. Brock Hoffman is basically taking up the counts right now. But now we have a veteran, and basically, yeah, it's been reported that after Cooper Beebe's injury, they had to go and bring somebody else in. So let's see. This guy here is what's his name? She ain't got his name on her. What's his name? Cowboys are adding center Wesley French to the practice squad after Tuesday's workout. It also says that he spent time with offensive coordinator Clayton Adams in Indy. Needed depth with Cooper Beebe's injury. So again, I guess this is pretty much a good move, knowing having somebody in here, Cowboys champ, that basically is familiar with Clayton Adams' offense. What do you think about this veteran French?
Well, that's the best thing for him, bringing people that that he's familiar with to help the offensive line.
Right. Yeah, for
So,
sure. And somebody that's familiar. You're right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead. No, I'm
Say
done.
that again.
I said I'm done.
Okay. Okay. So with that being said, so let's talk about this offensive line, PR Cowboy. What do you think? What do you think so far? I know it's only been 2 games. So how do you evaluate this offensive line that we're seeing right now? I mean, can you give it what kind of score could you give it right now from what you've seen?
Right now, I give them a B minus. Right now, I feel like the run get offense. They've been doing pretty good there. Devontae Williams had 90 something yards rushing. A lot of that was him breaking tackles as well. I just on a side note, I'm very I like to see him where he left off in UNC coming in. This is kind of Devontae I thought we would see coming into the pros. Just dealt with a lot of injuries, um, but yeah, I feel like they've been doing good there. Terrence still, of course, struggling still, getting pressure on Dak. The pass, that's why I give them the B minus. I feel like the the pass protection is still iffy on some areas. Um, but like me and Cowboys Corner talked about it Sunday morning, we're like, if you run the ball, it makes it easier on this offensive line to get going, and hopefully that feeds into the pass protection getting better, right? You get them, it's like a running back, right? You give them more carries they get, the more they get going. I feel like that with the offensive line. You make it easier on them by running the ball, right? And it's just an easier thing to do. So I'm okay. And like with Hoffman coming in, I've loved Hoffman, because he can play guard, he can play center. So he's versatile in those two roles. So we're lucky to have him in this situation with BB being out. So, but going forward, like I said, this pass protection needs to get better. I just don't know if Terrence Steele's going to ever get to where he was. That's to me that we all know that's the weak link right now in this offensive line is that right tackle spot. I feel like Guyton, he's been doing okay. I like what I see him. We go back to week 1 with the headshot he gave to Philly. Like, it should have been a flag, but like I love it. I still love it. I love the nastiness. That's what I want to see from this offensive line. So we'll see. So far, I give a B minus. So that would be my opinion on that.
All right, Cowboys Counter. How are you feeling about this front offensive line after 2 games? I mean, what is your evaluation of the front line right now, offensive line?
Oh, it's a C minus for me. Tyler Guyton, he's hit and miss. He's playing a lot better than what he was last year, but he still has a lot to improve on. Tyler Smith's going to be Tyler Smith. Cooper Beebe has looked god awful in the starting lineup. He couldn't beat a pinata without with no blindfold on. That's how bad he's doing. Real. But Tyler Booker is probably a positive outside of Tyler Smith. Tyler Booker is showing that he can play in this league in 2 games. And then Terrence Steele, my goodness. I mean, he's one of the worst offensive linemen that I've seen in recent memory. He's just bad. He's showing why he was an undrafted free agent. Jeremy Parnell did never even look. I don't know I'm going old school here, but I don't know if you can see that old school. But Jeremy Parnell never looked like this, right? I mean, he's almost on a Chaz Green type level to me. So it's definitely a C minus for me. Just overall, when Dak Prescott getting sacked 3 times last week, the offensive line got no push in that Eagles game in week 1 in the second half. Just over, it's C minus. I want to give these guys more credit, but for right now in 2 games, no, I can't do that.
What do you got? What do you got, Football Junkie?
I'll say at this point of the junction right now, this early part of the season, I'm not going to be too rough with them. From what we've seen the last few years, they look hella good. From what they've looked, where they looked at the last few years, they look hella good. Because we had no red zone continuity. We see some red zone continuity now. We see some red zone. Yeah, I got a pair. Matter of fact, I got 2 pairs. And guess what? Check this out. I got 2 TV screens in my living room where I can watch all counter sports. And I'm going to let you know something. Check this out. From what we're seeing, 2024, 2023, and what we're looking at for these first 2 games, hey, they are 2-3 clicks better than what they were the past 2 seasons, man. Because last season, what did we do in the red zone? 2023, what we do in the red zone?
We didn't have a running game. That wasn't an offensive line.
The offensive line is the key element to the running game. You can put
Rico Dowdle had 1,000 yards.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What is our former starting running back doing for Carolina?
Oh, I don't know. Once they gone, they gone. I even unfollow my Twitter.
What is he doing in Carolina?
I don't. What was he doing?
Nothing.
Well, it's Rico Dowdle. What did you expect?
No, I ain't talking about Rico Dowdle.
That tells you that last year's offensive line was good.
The previous before Rico Dowdle.
Tony Pollard? What is he doing over there in Tennessee?
And Rico is at Carolina. Rico is at Carolina.
Rico is not doing nothing. Neither is Tony Pollard.
Well, he got injured.
It doesn't matter.
The fact of the matter is,
look, just think about something. Let's just think about something. When you look at the Cowboys' run game the last 2 years, let's say the last 3 years, basically. When you think about the Cowboys' run offense the last 3 seasons, man, it's been mute and void. It's been basically one of the worst offensive running teams in the NFL, man. One of
I
the
wouldn't
worst.
say that. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that confidently.
Okay, we got 32 teams in the NFL. When you look at the Cowboys' offensive run, when they look at the Cowboys' rushing performance the last few years, they was bottom feeders. You talking around 25 to 32, where the run game was. Cowboys,
What?
Cowboys run game was atrocious, man. They couldn't even move the ball in the 20 from the 20 to the goal line with the run game. Cowboys couldn't get a rushing touchdown from the 20 to the goal line the last few years. Right now, we got almost more rushing touchdowns in the red zone than we did last season,
Under
man.
Mike McCarthy. Yeah.
You hear me?
You know,
Right now,
yeah.
you see more
So
performance in the red
yeah.
zone
Well,
from the run department than you have seen the last few years, though. So you saying it's a C minus? No, I'm not gonna give them no C minus because it's just game 2. We done played 2 games. They'll click above a C minus or a C. They're above that because you got to
and
think about it. You
we
got a rookie left guard. You you
Right.
you got this journeyman at right tackle. Come on, Cooper Beebe. He's an outstanding dude. That's a lot of mass right there. You're looking at it at center. He's mass, and then you put Tyler Booker right there next to him. Some more mass.
I
Then when you
think
look at Guy,
And
go
I
ahead.
think that the thing with this is we're seeing movement. We're seeing
Movement.
movement. We're seeing trap blocks. We're seeing our guard and our center pulling. We're seeing crossing blocks. We had two different running backs score on Sunday. So I like it because we're not zone blocking anymore. We got linemen actually going to second and third levels that's making blocks down the field. Something we haven't seen in years. So I like it. I like it because it's something different. But to see you got Tyler Booker coming around the edge and going upfield, I mean, I love it. It's different. We're not doing
No,
the combo blocks. We're actually moving our linemen down field to the second level, even third level. So I like that. What do you think, Cowboys champ?
I'm gonna break this down in two. The run blocking, I'm gonna give it a B, a solid B. But the only problem is, Shoddy needs to start calling more running plays. He has to. Uh, but pass blocking, almost a damn D minus. Yeah,
No,
because
no, 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 no.
uh,
We put
be-
up 40 points.
you know what? Thank God that Dak is playing above. He playing close to his pay rate right now,
And that's
and the
and that
fact that and the fact that uh, Tyler Smith is playing like an All Pro as well. But
yeah,
on that right tackle position, still man,
yeah.
still is going to get he's going to get that killed. He is.
But
And
see,
see, that's what see. But one thing about this, everybody has their own opinion. Ain't
yeah,
nobody right, nobody wrong. Everybody has their
right.
own opinion. My
Agree.
opinion, my opinion. I'm
Except
still
Cowboys
I'm
only.
still staying what I said from day one. Tyler Guyton should be playing right tackle. I don't give a crap how much money still is making. I
What
don't.
what you got,
Tyler
PR
Guyton should
Cowboy?
be the right tackle.
I get it. I mean, I can get with that. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Cowboys. What you stand there smiling, PR Cowboy? What's going on down there, bro?
oh,
What you think?
I just want to see Cowboy Corner look like he's about to explode. Go ahead, Cowboy Corner.
You said our rushing attack was ranked 25 to 30
It's one of
out
the
of
worst.
32 teams?
It's probably one of the worst.
Probably. Oh, okay. You don't sound too confident now because I got numbers. It only took me a minute and 30 seconds to research there.
So what
Go
is
ahead.
it?
2023, Tony Pollard was the number 7 running back in the league.
Okay, what
Okay.
we ranked?
2020, we had 17-5, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get to my
Yeah, it does too, man.
It does. Yeah, it does. If you gonna throw the book, throw the motherfucker from front to back. Don't just throw it from open it up and sling
Hold on.
because it ain't gonna hit nobody.
Hold on. I'm gonna do this right now.
Tony Pollard didn't do shit in the red zone for the Cowboys, man. Come on.
So
Red
now
zone
we're gonna
offense.
move. No, you
red
said
zone
rush and
offense.
attack. You
Red
said rush
zone
and attack
offense.
first.
Red zone offense. Red
Football
zone
junkie,
offense. Come with it.
Let him, let's hear his research. Come on, man.
Let's hear it.
Okay, Tony Pollard, number 7, 2023. 2024, Rico Dowdle was number 15. This is yards. This is yards per carry. That's middle of the pack. You had them. You had them 10 spots way in the back. You had them where they couldn't even hear without a microphone.
Where were we ranked?
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Stay
I'm telling you that number 7, number 15. I'll be right back.
Hey, check this out. Also, look at the red zone performance for those 2 years too, please.
So why y'all?
Let me say something. Let me say something real quick. And then I'm gonna this pertaining to this. See, one of the problems that when the Cowboys let Zeke go the first time, they should have drafted his replacement, not bring him back. Tony Pollard is not that bell cow type of running back. Just like Rico Dowdle wasn't that type of running back. Yeah, you got to put that on McCarthy. Now, since we got the new regime,
you put it on Jerry Jones. Yeah,
of course, he is the general manager, but for a coaching staff, it was Mike McCarthy. He's the one that said we got to run the ball more. Now,
didn't do it.
Now they're attempting to, but to me, they need to put more emphasis on the running game because the past game, Dak had 52 attempts, and they only ran the ball 21, 22 times.
So that's what I'm saying.
They had 135 yards rushing as a team, though. Also.
What you got, Cowboys corner?
All right. 2022, the Dallas Cowboys are ranked number 1 in red zone. 2023, the Dallas Cowboys are ranked number 12 in red zone. 2024, where you had everybody and their mama and their grandma, even the rocker was on IR, the Dallas Cowboys were ranked 31.
Who?
That was with everybody hurt. But when they were healthy, because he said the last few years, right? So he's including when we were number 1 in 2022. He's including 2023 when we were number 12. We were hurt last year, so of course it's gonna look bad, dog. Of course.
Yeah, but So thank you for that research. Thank you for that. So I want to say that somebody got something else? Because we got to move on, guys, real quick. So the NFL. It's been reported by A to Z Sports. The NFL has a Dak Prescott problem.
Who?
The NFL has a Dak Prescott problem, and it's not going away anytime soon. Now, this is what they're saying. He said heading into week 3, Prescott leads the NFL in big-time throws with 9 per PFF. The film shows the Cowboys quarterback is making high difficult throws, including impressive throws into double coverage, placing the ball in one of the spots. CeeDee Lamb is the only one who can catch it. That's just one of many examples, as Prescott has also made impressive downfield throws down the seam, sideline, and everywhere on the gridiron. Okay? So it says Prescott has also been a master of maneuvering in the pocket. Though Dallas pass blocking is the worst graded in the entire league and by PFF, Prescott has found time in the pocket to make these impressive plays. Give it up for Dak. All right, let's get into this. Now, so what's causing Dak? So is it the play calling? Is this a scheme, or is this just Dak being comfortable in his quarterback position, and he's gained this more knowledge? What's going on here with this situation with Dak Prescott, PR Cowboy? They said it's a problem.
It's a combination of him healthy, looks
Mm-hmm.
really healthy. That's number
Yep.
one, and the addition of George Pickens to give you that comfort down that he wants to throw the ball down the field. He knows George. They're going to get pass interference, or he's going to catch the ball. So that just gives you all the confidence in the world. And but me mostly, I put it on him being fully healthy. The way he's moving in the pocket, you didn't see that last year, even the beginning of the year. You didn't see him getting away from these guys and then taking off. You can see an actual difference on the
Yeah,
way he moves just inside the pocket and the strength he shows to get away off, getting off of defensive linemen to break tackles to turn a negative play into a positive play. So yes, I just feel like he's confident that he's healthy, and I think that's the difference. And like I said, I'm not going to take away from Schottenheimer too, because I think Schottenheimer, like you said, you see the motion, you see the with the addition of Pickens and what they're doing here. I think you put it all that together. I think it's a good success for Dak. So like I said, but I'm going to say my number one thing is him being fully healthy.
hmm Cowboy Corner, you agree with that?
Uh, no, not on the healthy part. Obviously, we've seen Dak play good when healthy anyway. And I
Yeah.
think last year was a mixture of not having a running game. I'm going to say it's Schottenheimer not limiting Dak. When I see Dak Prescott this year, I see a different cadence. We still
Yeah,
hear the here we go, but
right.
they changed it up where he's hard counting, right? So that's playing a big part in it. I think I think we've seen Dak Prescott take hit more deep shots than
Yeah,
we have in recent memory, and I think all that boils down to Schottenheimer. Schottenheimer, when he was the offensive coordinator for Russell Wilson there in Seattle, Russell Wilson kind of did the same thing too. When everyone talks about Prime Russell and he looked like Prime Russell, this Schottenheimer was his offensive coordinator, right?
right.
So, um, that it doesn't surprise me that Dak Prescott is doing this because there's no shackles on Dak. I think there was a lot of shackles
Yeah,
with McCarthy here.
I
There was a
agree.
lot of shackles with Kellen Moore here. I think Schottenheimer saying you're 32 years old. You're a 10-year vet. Here you go.
And I just don't think the offense. And before you go, football junk, I just don't think the offense fit Dak with Mike McCarthy. It was an old, outdated offense, and it didn't give him many options. So it was like you had the prime receiver and you had a tight end. That's what they focused on.
One of the best things for Dak Prescott when Mike McCarthy took over play calling was he brought in the cadence. Schottenheimer enhanced the cadence. Now, what Schottenheimer isn't doing that Mike McCarthy did that helped Dak was was getting the ball out of his hands 2.3 seconds after the ball was snapped. So McCarthy was letting Dak throw quick throws. Schottenheimer's letting him 5-step drop, 3-step drop, a lot more play action. That's what Dak accelerates in. So that is Schottenheimer identified that, and Schottenheimer's allowing that. So
Right.
Schottenheimer and I said this in my post game video. I said Schottenheimer's not a good head coach, but he's a really good offensive coordinator because he's really opening these things up. Now the head coach thing can change later on down the year, but we are having growing pains with his game management.
Yeah.
So far in 2 games.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that has a lot to go with, when your nose is in the playbook like that. And I continue to ask who's managing the game. If your head coach is calling the
Yeah.
plays, who's managing the game? So and I think that has a lot to do with the management, whatever. So football junkie, what are your thoughts on what they're saying? The NFL has a problem with Dak and what's causing that?
Well, I mean, if we take a journey back down the road and we look at the Dak that had the Amari Cooper and the freshly CD Lamb, this is what you're seeing now.
Mm,
He was beaming people up like Scotty when the Cowboys acquired Amari Cooper, they was just going down that field like it was nothing to. It was going crazy. Uh, and that's what Dak done when he was in college. Dak threw a lot of deep balls when he was in college at Mississippi State because he had those big targets, those big tall targets to throw him to, fast big targets. And if you give Dak, he's one of those quarterbacks. You give him the tools and the essentials, he's gonna work with it.
Yeah.
And not only that, I mean, his pocket is staying fairly clean.
Right.
Even though we harp and complain about Steele, I'd rather for Steele to get that penalty than let that get hit. You know, give me that 5, that 15 Steele. I'm happy for you. Thank you, buddy. We just back up. We still got more. We still got CD. We still got Pickens. Or whatever we want to do for us the passing game. But uh, it's it's a cumulative thing. Pass blocking, uh, having the threats at wide receiver,
Yeah.
the scheme. I mean, it
Yeah.
all you can't leave out one without bringing in the other. It's a mixed pot. Coaching
Yeah. For
scheme,
sure.
the philosophy, the offensive line play. Uh, because previously, man, Dak wasn't able to stay clean too much.
Yeah.
Last couple of seasons, he wasn't able to stay clean. He didn't have, you know, every as they say, like a guy said, he said Dak was getting the ball out of his hand quickly. Yeah, because Mike McCarthy knew the offensive line was trash.
Yeah.
He knew it. He knew it, and he didn't want the guy to get hurt, but he still got hurt. Mike
Yeah.
knew he wasn't working with much at the offensive line.
Yeah.
The offensive line was makeshift, banged up, and everything. So I mean, yeah, this guy had to get it out of his hand quick. He had
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, man, I am really, really excited to see something. I'm so excited that we have implemented this motion offense. It works for Dak. You got two
Did
number. I PR Cowboy, I say this all the time. I say, man, I think we should be scoring 40 points a week. You got two number one receivers. You got Jake Ferguson. You got Javante Williams in the backfield. You got Dak. I mean, we got and then you got Cavante Turpin that he even scored. So I mean, I'm excited about this offense to see our front linemen pulling and trap blocking and releasing downfield. And I really think that this is an offense that's going to make Dak comfortable. I think he's really, really comfortable because it creates mixed matches with defenders when you got what you got lined up on the opposite side of these players that we have. So I think this is going to be great for Dak. And yeah, that this article is right. They have a problem. And Dak is not only just, I don't think he's going to throw for over, 4,000 yards because I don't think he has to. If this running game does exactly what it's supposed to do, like with Clayton Adams and with his touch, with Connor Riley and these guys putting this together where they're doing these schemes and these blocking techniques and things. John Devontae Adams, I mean Devontae Williams should have 1,000 yard rushing this year if we keep it balanced like it is. So I'm not looking for Dak to throw for 4,000 yards. 2,000, 2,500 is great with me, long as we're winning and we're balanced on with the run game and the pass game. So I'm excited, man. I am so excited to see this offense and play like it is. And with that being, yeah, and Ferguson does it. Aaron Hinkle said that Ferguson needs to
Yeah,
play better. But
he
this is what
does.
this is. We relied on Ferguson so much in the past that we don't have to. You see what I'm saying? We really don't have to because you got CD and you got Pickens over here, and so there's plenty to pass the ball around. Felicia Collins said, real quick, who can both who can why can both offense and defense be high? It's always one or the other, never both. Hopefully this defense catches up. But we're going to say this real quick. So we got here, and I want to just get your opinion on this with the upcoming game. Let's do a quick preview. We got Dallas Cowboys taking on the Chicago Bears. PR Cowboys, what are your expectations on this coming Sunday at 3:30 between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears? Then we'll go with you, football junkie.
My expectations is this better not. I don't. This you shouldn't be down to the last minute in this game. You better win by 2 scores at least in this game. That's my expectations. Do not let them hang around. Um, Offense, keep doing what you're doing. Defense, let's catch up now. Let's get going. Like I know we got some missing pieces. We got Bland. I think we get the rookie from East Carolina coming back in a couple of weeks also. So help is on the way. If we can just you know control it until help gets here, I think the defense, like you said, will catch up. I do.
Mhm.
Two things that I do want to see differently is I want to see. I don't want to see Miles Sanders running the ball in the red zone anymore. I
It's
keep
scary.
Javante in the red zone. It's scary, right? I'm not the only one. It is freaking scary when he touches the ball inside the 20.
It's scary.
So so quit, man. And Jadon Blue, whatever's wrong with you, get it fixed so we can get you in here, whatever the case, whatever it is. So, yes, Miles at 5. I know we have to give Javante a break or whatever, but why does it have to be in the red zone? Give
Well,
Javante the ball in the red
why
zone.
not Hunter Lupke? Why
Hunter
not Hunter
Luki.
Lupke?
Yeah,
Why not Hunter Luki?
something, man. It's every time I see him in the ball game, I'm like, man, I hope we're throwing the ball here. We ain't going hand off to this guy. So that's one. My next thing is Tolbert too. Just play,
Oh,
just play Cavante Turpin as your third wide receiver. That's your third wide
Well,
receiver.
well,
Cavante Turpin
Turpin
is your
went
third.
down. Turpin went down. He had an injury. That was
Yeah,
the only reason. Yeah.
yeah,
Hopefully,
I know,
yeah,
but hopefully he's okay. But I mean, no more. Don't try to get the ball. Tolbert, no. Enough of that. Enough of that right there. That needs to be done with also. But like I said, just I expect to win by 2 scores in this game. This is what my expectations for this game. I don't want to go through what we went through this Sunday, and because I was just here and I was like 0-2, our season's done. 0-2 in the division, you're done.
yeah,
So so they pulled it off. It's a good thing. Like I said, let's see if we can. Hey, the other thing, real quick, the pressing thing is the penalties. Have y'all noticed that the penalties are down?
yeah,
yeah,
The
yeah.
penalties are. I know it's 2 games, but the penalties are down.
That's
yeah.
yeah.
So that's the
Good.
other thing, and we want to talk about game management. I know the halftime management was off, but I do like what he did towards the end when we went down to tie the game. Instead of putting Dak in a situation where he's going to get sacked and get out, it's going to be a long field goal regardless. He picked up a
Yeah,
couple more yards. He knew Aubrey's kicking leg,
yeah,
got
for
to
sure.
64. But then what happened at the end of overtime? We're sitting there in 50-55, and past McCarthy would probably just hand it off 3 straight times, let Aubrey kick that long field goal.
Yeah,
He didn't do that. He at that time he's like, well, if Dak takes a sack, we're still good. So let's let him throw the ball. Dak took off, got a lot more yards. So I give him credit for that in the game clock management.
for sure, for sure. Football junkie, what you got?
Well, I look at it like this, man. Like you said, Hunter Luki needs to play a more of an effective role in the running game, not just at fullback. He should help because we are already soft at in the backfield right now due to
Yeah,
injuries with a couple of guys we got back there. Hunter Luki can help soften a defense up for Williams. He's a
for sure.
banger. He
He's a
likes
banger.
that physical stuff, man. He
He
loves
moves.
getting physical. Yeah, yeah. He could be a la John Rathman.
Yeah,
He really could on the cool. He could
but
be our version of a John Rathman.
you got to give him a chance, though. We won't give him
Got
a
to
chance.
give him
I
a
mean,
chance.
and this is what I'm talking about. Why do we bring him if we're not going to use him? Use the man and give him the ball.
Use him.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, man. I really believe that I'm not even tripping how we having this turbulence and stuff like that right now. I'd rather for it to be right now and everybody around week 5, 6, and it just boom. It just the light just goes off in their head. Cause after weeks 5 and 6, oh my God, we're going into the blender part of the season.
Yeah.
And everybody is killers at the back half of our schedule. Last
Yeah.
8 games, 8 weeks. Oh my goodness. So right now, I'd rather have this turbulence, you know,
Yeah.
everybody get this hokey pokey stuff going on with the defense out the way because defense gonna have to be new spark plugs, new cores, new everything. I
Tune
mean,
up. They need a
all fresh
tune up.
all. I mean, they're gonna have to have a 5-point inspection when they get down to after the week before Thanksgiving. Five
Yeah.
point inspections got to this to get checked.
Yeah.
This to be tested. So
Yeah.
right now, I'm not making no excuses for them. I'm chill with the turbulence. But hey, we got to tighten up on
Yeah.
the backstroke,
Yeah.
especially the front. But as
Yeah.
far as this game is concerned this week, man, we should be able to just go ahead and dominate these folks, man. We should go ahead and dominate Chicago and put them in their place, their rightful place. Yeah, Chicago's been, fighting and being scrappy the last couple of weeks, but I mean, sometimes the early game of the season can knock the fight out of a team
Yeah.
if you hit them right. And then, I mean, is Jadavian Clowney playing this week?
Yeah.
Good
Is
They're
he
pick.
gonna
putting his
probably put
hand?
him in
Is
some
he putting his
snaps.
hand in the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they'll get him some snaps this week.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Okay.
this is when Detroit played Chicago. One thing I know, Detroit runs the same offense we run. We run a motion offense, and Chicago has a hard time with this motion offense. Detroit put 52 points up on them. So if and that's what we run. That is our offense. That's our identity. We run the motion offense now. So I'm like you guys. When it comes down to it, we should be scoring over 30 points this week. But
Yeah.
like you said, football junkie, you rather had a turbulence early. But you know what, guys? We got to look at these first two games as our preseason game.
Well, hey,
These first two, because these are the first two games that the starters actually played together. So
yeah,
yeah, we're
yeah.
1-1 with the starters. So this was our two preseason games. So now, hopefully, we kind of get things going together. And I'm gonna say this here. Aaron said, "Hope Clowney would make him impact." Yeah, he don't got no choice.
Yeah.
He don't got no choice. We
You
didn't
ain't
bring
got
him
no
in here
choice.
just to be on the team. You got to make a difference. But I'm just saying. But again, I think that's where my question mark lies is this defense. What is Matt Eberflus going to do different than he did in the past? You cannot come back out of here with this same type of defense. You're going to have to come with some blitz packages. And that's one
Hmm.
thing that we didn't see much of. This guy does not believe in blitzing much. Now, when I go back to thinking like Mike Zimmer, man, one thing about Mike Zimmer was aggressive. He shot every guy, A gap, B gap, whatever. He brought pressure, but I just don't know, man. As far as this defense, hopefully we see something different. So my expectation, we put up 30 points on this Chicago team, 30 plus, and the defense steps up and hold them up under uh, 20 points. So that's my expectation, guys.
I feel like this could be a Pickens breakout game.
It need to be. He's a weapon. And they don't all have to be 50-50 balls. He's great on the
No.
slant. He does great on
Yeah,
the
the
slant,
slant.
PR
Yeah,
Cowboy.
I wish they used him a little bit more in the slant. It looks like the first two games they just had him running deep. We're getting pass interference calls or whatever, which is great. You're getting the yardage, but let's mix it up a little bit because if they're looking for that, they're backing up. That leaves that slant for him wide open every time. He's so physical and big. Let's use
Yeah.
the free yards with him. You know,
Yeah, for sure. All right, final score, guys, and we're going to get on out of here. We done held these folks up long enough. Do we have any more comments, Fleabug, got back there real quick? Or why are we doing that? Everybody can get a final score before we get that. Starting with you, PR Cowboys, final score.
37-17 Cowboys.
Woo, give it up. Football junkie, I see you got your thinking cap on. What is that final score going to look like?
I'm along. I'm gonna run around with PR Cowboy. I like that. I like that talk too, man. I believe Cowboys can run it up on these folks, man. It just defense. How you gonna roll the dice on defense? Because I'm looking at two
You got
things.
Clowney. You got Clowney, man. Okay, stop it. Okay, what are you guys talking about? We just brought the 32-year-old 6'5" defensive end in. He's here to make a difference. Okay,
This
so
is
we don't want to
this
hear
is
nothing else.
I think Eberflus comes. I think Eberflus comes a little bit more aggressive in this game. This is a homecoming for him.
Yeah.
He's going to try to bring it out. He's going to take it out on Chicago this week.
Okay. All right. So my final score is going to be, I'm gonna say 35-21. All right, Felicia Colley said not as high scoring game, 27-24 Cowboys. Do we have any more score predictions out there? If we do, bring them up. If not, we're going to get on up out of here.
I'm
Any
gonna say
more?
31-17. 31-17.
31-17? All right, give it up. All right, hey, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell so you will be notified when the next video is posted. Again, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hey, like I said, we're going to give you content. There's nothing about clickbait. We're fans first, and then we bring you the news after that. So with that being said, like I always say, continue to stay safe, be blessed, and let me tell y'all something. I'm going to keep stressing this from now on, and the Clifford Tarno said this best. Be kind. Be kind. Be kind. If you don't do nothing else, be kind. That's all
Be
we
kind.
ask from the Cowboy
Yeah.
Huddle podcast. Be kind. All right. With that being said, we getting out of here. Fleabug, Cheetah's in the back. She want to come on real quick. She got anything to say? Fleabug, are you on? All right, so we're out of here. Thank you, Flip, for the moderating for us tonight, and we're gone. Deuces.